I'd rather it go to somebody who can actually build models. I'm not that kind of person.
I'd rather take it away from someone.
There you go.
Like Stanley, Stanley Whiplash.
I know. I have a bunch of models because I haven't.
On
me too.
On the hate thing, like I say, I hate all these shows, but I'll sit down and watch them. Like,
that's wrong.
The double X. I was listening.
I don't enjoy Destiny, but it's still a Gundam show. There is still some level of watchability there. It's not like
some level.
It's not MD Guys. I'll watch it.
MD Guys or Death Force?
Death Force. Fucking Death Force. You know, I will say that I didn't think the first MD Geist was too bad for like a 90s like independent OVA thing. But fucking Death Force, that was hilarious to watch.
It
has the best screams ever. They're close to Geyser.
Kid dying.
You guys talk about like MD Geist?
Yes.
Jeez, why would you bring that up?
Because we did it during one of our live streams. We did MD Guys in both that and G Savior on one of the anime movie nights.
You actually streamed that shit?
Yeah, we did it, man. It was good.
It was Haters Night.
It was Haters Night, man.
Wow.
You need to catch up, bro. You just found about this now?
Where you been?
We had a blast, man. We had the biggest numbers we had that night, man. That's the biggest numbers we ever had.
That's the general rule of podcasting.
Shit was great.
Every time it's someone's first.
Like I know like half the shows you did, but it's like I don't keep up with the streams as much. I just know when to stream, which is why I occasionally send it.
He streamed. It was. Yeah, like you said, G Savior, MD Guys #1, then Death Force right after.
Give me G Savior. At least that's.
I thought you could cancel the rolling buster rifle.
Woo!
You can, assuming you're not out of boost.
By the way, Donald, I'm also a big fan of Valkyria Chronicles and Rest of the Face, so I'm there with you, man.
Oh, so you're there that you're still angry that 3 is not here in the West.
I've given up, man.
I'm
pessimistic, man. So
I don't know what's going on in it, sadly, but I've attempted playing it. I can't find like any translations though that people.
There is one out there.
There's one.
I expected them to make one.
Look again, but yeah, I love Valkyrie. I actually haven't played the first one. I've only played 2. Which I really love though, and so
yeah, don't let anybody else tell you that that's a bad game. That's actually I've said this before, and I've even said this on Gundamn via like a Hopers and Dreamers question. I blame the fans, not really Sega.
Well, Sega does have a bit of blame to share in this though, a bit.
So wait, what happened? Was 2 not well received?
I'll put it to you this way: like from what I remember. The first game sold around somewhere in the area of like I think like 300,000 copies in the West. Maybe I don't know exactly the numbers, but it did enough that it actually had a cult following and enough that they actually invested in it. Then the second game sold like somewhere in the area of 11,000 compared to Japan where it sold in Japan where it sold in the area of like 1,700. So yeah.
Do you think everybody just got lazy and downloaded the file?
That's why the
PSP hacking thing.
I'm pretty sure
that seems to happen in like every Sega PSP game. Because that's why
it wasn't just the Sega PSP games. It was basically every PSP game.
Well, but I'm saying that's generally the reason like every other Sega PSP is not brought over here like a sequel wise. There were like Fantasy Star games that weren't brought over here too.
A lot of them
because people pirated the other version.
Well, there was a lot. Well, there was a lot of reasons. There's some multiple factors.
Actually, you know what? I take back my previous comment about it being Sega's fault.
Mm-hmm. Well, here's the other thing, and this is an insider. This is an insider thing. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody could. You remember back in the day when Sega was bringing down the Shining Force videos. Does anybody remember that?
I remember that. Yeah.
That was the last 2 years ago. Yeah.
They nailed Total Biscuit on that as well. He had to fight. He fought back though and got that shit. Go ahead.
I'm gonna bring you in on a little trade secret, and I can say this simply because the guy I know who worked at Sega told me this, but he no longer works there, so it's like, who cares? It was because mandated by Sega Japan that all those that those videos be removed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Partly because of the fact that, like, they didn't want those on the English streams because they didn't want to give Westerner fans the impression that they were going to localize the PSP games. That's the reason why.
There's another reason as well, and Total Biscuit went into it. He said that they were trying to market a Shining Force game on a mobile platform, so they noticed that his Shining Force videos had the most views on YouTube. So they went ahead and they targeted any Shining Force videos on YouTube because they wanted to market their Shining Force game and not have any conflict from any other Shining Force game on YouTube. So they manipulated the system and they went after people who had high video views, man.
Yeah.
That shit is terrible.
So by extension, like, if you combine the two, it was the fact that they wanted the good marketing in Japan so that their Japanese audiences wouldn't get confused, and they didn't want to give everybody who was in the West the impression that they were going to bring it over. That's why. And
I know Sega of America
it's still kind of fucked. I don't know. That's fucked up though, because some channels actually got closed from that because either they had enough videos or it was just their third strike or whatever.
Yeah.
And so that was really fucking shady on their part.
Yeah, it's given people multiple copyright strikes, and because of that shit, it's endangered some channels, man. It's not a good scene, man. And
it wasn't just videos that had the content. They had actually done something that's against the rules, for YouTube. They had done it on like videos where people had just discussed it, like where they had like a roundtable discussion or something of it, and had no footage of the game.
It was a bunch of things, but that's. I guess you could say there's a lot of things why a lot of the Sega stuff just didn't make it over here on PSP. And just to go back on my original point on Valkyria Chronicles, although I love the series enough, I don't know if you're big on art books, but I would encourage you to get the art book for the third game from Udon. Because
I saw it at a convention last year, so yeah.
I would encourage you to get that because I told this I think I told this to Varnus or somebody I know, but when that came out, I actually read the entire thing in one night, and I kind of had a general hate level of anger at the night. It's like, why is this game not here in the West? So it's like I literally called up a friend of mine and said, I'm so pissed off right now.
Man, I'm a huge Gundam fan. I can sympathize. Because they don't release shit out here. Basically, even on the PS2, we didn't get all the games. We got a few of them at least. But then, as soon as they released Crossfire, they're like, okay, we're just done releasing games. And it's like every other game on the PS3 after Crossfire has actually been good. And it's like, well, discounting Dynasty Warriors Gundam because that's Koei and I don't fucking count them. Because every one of their Dynasty Warriors games is the same. It's not that I dislike them, it's just that I don't really see them as a Gundam game because there's nothing making them stand out. It's just like playing a Dynasty Warriors game with a Gundam skin over it, and so to me that's not that, it's just, I'm not into Dynasty Warriors.
That's just not your bag.
No. Hey,
it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game or anything, and I mean, I'm glad that the people who like it can get it.
Is anybody's microphone near a fan or a machine? Just out of curiosity.
Not mine.
No problem.
Not me.
I have a fan on my ceiling.
Is that me?
I'm not sure who it is, but if
I'm
you,
gonna mute myself.
no problem.
What's it called? Dalo, how do you feel about
I'm cool with the fans.
Yeah, it went away.
I mean, I'm happy for them. It's just not my. I really wish we would have gotten like Extreme Versus or like the 0081 game or any like Unicorn out here. That would have been really cool. 0081's really interesting too because if you play it on an English account, all the trophies are translated into English.
Really?
So it seems like they might have actually planned localization for it and dropped it or something because it's really strange that they would do that because all other games have the trophies in Japanese when you're playing on the Japanese versions.
I feel like there was another game that had English trophies. I forgot what it was.
Demon Souls, maybe?
Well, Nate, we got combos, huh? We got combos, Nate. Let's go.
Speaking of Gundam being released abroad,
Let's go. Let's go.
speaking of Gundam being released abroad, I was wondering, have you guys ever seen the origin on, let's say, for example, your local Kinokuniya or import shops or anything? Because for New Year's, I went to
The origin.
Yeah,
Are you talking about the GP version or the
vertical
are you
release.
talking? I've seen the vertical release all over the place in my bookstores.
Yeah, it's at Barnes and Noble in some places as well.
Yeah. So it's not
Barnes
like
and Noble.
it's not like
it's
I
not hard
can't.
to find.
In a lot of ways, it isn't. Even though I know it's a limited release.
Okay. Because I thought it was going to be an online-only thing because I can't find it anywhere here in the Philippines. But I did find it in Bangkok during a trip during New Year's.
Just curious, out there in the Philippines, do they typically like sell the models and whatnot?
Oh yeah, there are a lot of great places to find models here.
I
If you
found
can find
one
it-
place that
if it
sells the
exists,
models
you
in
can find it
Vegas.
somewhere.
Yeah, I found one place so far that sells models in Vegas. They sell the old Wing 90s models that are worth about like 500 to 1,000 Japanese yen for about $70.
I remember you telling me about that, the highway robbery place, man.
I'm like, I was like,
Is
why
that
would they
what
do
it's
that?
called? Highway robbery place?
No, I'm just saying, it's pretty much highway robbery.
Yeah, and there are people that buy it, and it's like, I feel bad for the poor ignorant American fan that goes in there and thinks, oh my god, I'm gonna get this cool, awesome model, and it's like a 90s fucking tiny little high grade that they just spent $70 on.
Man, they
And
must have
I'm
never heard
like,
about the
oh, I
internet.
feel so bad for them.
Well, it's like
Slightly better.
it's like either
Basically,
buy
for the
Hero
price
or
that they
go.
were selling those models for, you could buy a master grade and still get it for cheaper, like a modern one. So yeah, that's the only place I've seen them sell it out here, and it sucks because a lot of the places they'll do like pretty high markups. Plus, you still have to pay shipping anyway. So like you're paying for their shipping of it out here, and then you're paying extra shipping to get it to you. For a lot of this places that have warehouses in America.
I'd rather crap it out and make it somehow.
Damn, that was
Friendly
brutal as
fire.
fuck. Oh my god, I'm facing the wrong enemy.
Wow,
map.
look at the size difference there.
Oh yeah, the victory is
Oh
so
my
small.
God, yeah. Victory versus double Zeta.
That shit is a
Someone needs
midget.
to have like an excess.
Victory's on the
Was that
same
double
side.
Zeta or double Zeta armor?
Okay.
It's full armor double Zeta.
Why is the victory taking
And
it?
then
can make it
you
direct-
can actually purge the full armor though.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Would Victory actually be like the smallest Gundam in comparison to the rest of them?
somebody
Victory or
add
F91? I don't know.
Yo,
which
it's
one's
Varnish?
shorter.
Yo, I didn't even know he was in here. Yo, man, welcome to the stream, dude. I'm so sorry.
Yo,
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Varnus
Goddamn.
asked me to add him, so I just pulled him in. He's
Dude,
been trying to
Varnus.
get his mic together.
Good shit.
Oh, where'd you go? I can't tell what you hit.
Bam.
Varnish, go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I was just saying, like compared to the rest of the actual main Gundams, like would Victory be like the smallest in comparison?
I
and-
was saying,
and
I don't
the,
know whether Victory or F91 is
and
the smallest.
the
They're both-
strike,
Gundam
the strike
ball.
team too.
Ball. It's the
I
ball.
think it's F91.
The ball.
Yes.
If it was playable.
But the ball's not a Gundam though.
Yeah.
What about the petite mobile?
It's a mobile suit.
It
no,
is-
it's-
soup.
I
The-
want to call it a
but
mobile suit.
The
maybe
V1
like a
is the
mobile
smallest.
pod or
It's a mobile
arm.
thing.
It's a,
Mobile
It's
thing.
a coffin.
It's a coffin.
Hey, it's not a
mobile
coffin. Shiro got that win.
Hey man, you even play on Bill Fighters.
Everybody gets one.
And in that Bill Fighters episode, the ball was kicking butt.
oh,
Yeah,
shout
but
out.
even then they refer to it as a coffin.
It's a coffin with arms.
Actually, I know.
Nice.
Actually, I know a smaller mobile suit. The Loto
Oh,
tank.
which one?
Huh? That's still transformed though.
The cancer is
Yeah,
pretty
but
small.
even in its mobile suit mode, it's still pretty small.
Props.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I was just gonna say, if we're gonna go off just size alone for something that's human-shaped and mobile suit, like, I'd have to say, like, probably the Leo, actually, because the Leo's, like, one of the short wing ones, and it's so thin. Because it's got barely any armament, so that
The
actually
cancer is
might
much
appear
smaller, but I don't know if you count that because it's not technically human shaped, but it is a mobile suit. It has arms, it does stuff.
What about the Pisces?
The Pisces is cool. Pisces is
Well,
also
thanks,
bigger than the cancer.
Isn't that what you say for half the mobile suits in Wing, or maybe 90%?
I like the Pisces a little bit better than the cancer, but my point was going to be that the Pisces is actually much bigger than the cancer.
Yeah.
What the hell, Doc?
What?
I keep shooting you, and you're just... What health does the Blue Destiny have?
All I know is Show brought up something that I wanted to bring up during the stream, and that's the casting of Paul Bettany as Jarvis. Not Jarvis, but Jarvis. He plays Jarvis in in the Iron Man movies, but they got him to play Vision in I guess Avengers 2 coming up.
Ooh.
And I guess people are speculating that Tony Stark, I guess, is the guy who creates Ultron. Yeah, in this movie universe. But the question is, does he also create Vision as well, which Paul Bettany's going to play? And Paul Bettany is the voice of Jarvis, and people think that the AI of Jarvis is going to be used as a template for Vision, not Vision, but for Ultron. So people are really speculating, and it sounds
that would make a lot of sense if Jarvis became, Ultron. I mean, it wouldn't be out of the way. It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be out of nowhere. But at least it would make sense. Despite the fact we're talking about superhero movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems like a pretty nice. I like the casting.
It's Joss Whedon's doing his work.
Yep.
Sure.
Finally getting his props.
Now, if only Greg Weisman can get some love.
God.
The Joss Whedon animation.
Hey, you know what Greg Weisman should do? The Justice League movie.
It would be nice if he did. It'd be in the right
I
hands.
don't know. I think Young Justice got pretty burned though.
Yeah.
Well, if he's back to working with Disney, I guess he's a very forgiving dude.
That's a long time ago.
Nah, man, that's twice over, man. They effed him over with Spider-Man and Gargoyles.
No, Spider-Man was owned by Sony, so it was out of his hands.
Yeah, but
but
Disney,
the acquisition of Marvel by Disney is what canceled the show.
Yeah, I'm saying it was also owned by Sony at that time.
Yeah, but they didn't want the show to end.
Yeah, but Sony wasn't against canceling it.
Yeah.
It's just Nintendo cockblocked the whole thing.
Oh, my bad. Okay.
Wait, Nintendo cockblocked what?
No, not Nintendo. Disney.
Disney.
Yeah.
Did I say Nintendo?
You did.
Yeah, he said Nintendo.
You did. Freudian slip.
Finger into the.
Hey, I like to play Nintendo too, but
it just seems to be his thing for the last few months. I don't know.
Yeah, they just seem
Shut up.
shit. I don't get it.
I only had one problem recently. Okay.
I know. It's poking the bear. I know.
I heard about the 3DS, Dalo, man. If you don't want it, man, I'll take it. I'll take it.
Technically, it's a 2DS.
Oh, it's 2DS? Nice.
And on the top of that, I did actually open it. It's just I don't do anything with it.
Oh, man. What happens
I'll
when...
still take it if you don't want it.
What
I don't care if it's a 3DS or a 2DS.
What happens when Smash Brothers comes out in a few weeks, man? A few months. Or
it was given to me by a friend, so whether it's not going anywhere, I wouldn't give it to anyone. I may not like the 2DS as a platform, but I'm not gonna just give it away.
Yeah.
It functions.
Yes.
I'd like to ask,
if I was that hateful, I would hawk it off. I did open it to get the Four Swords, the free Four Swords game, and God, that was a pain in the ass.
Wait,
I had
who's
to sign up for Nintendo.
Grab on me.
Logan, not Logan. Dylan, what are you saying?
Oh, nothing. I was just. I don't think I was. Did I? Sorry.
Oh, who's trying to?
Nick the Stampede's in the chat.
Oh, Nick is back. Oh, yo, Nick is back now. Good shit. Shout outs to Nick, man.
Jeez.
Coming back to America very soon. Oh shit. All right, Logan, let's go. I want to see this Epion, man. I want to see him.
Yeah, the Epion's having trouble closing the gap, but.
Okay, there you go. There you go. That's 1 out of 6. Let's go.
Where's the other people?
1 out of 6.
Good lord.
The thing about his R2 or whatever attack is I just don't know how to time it right, so he always just jumps straight back into the attack I tried to dodge.
Yeah, that seems nuts. I'm probably late in I did come into this session late, but I'm wondering, Logan, have you been using Wing Zero and Epion this whole time?
I've used some other suits. I'm just trying to get good with those two. God damn it.
Because it seems like in every match that I see you in, you're using either Wing Zero or Epion.
I wonder why.
I've actually
Can't imagine
alternated a
why.
little bit between
I can't imagine what else comes out of his mouth every fucking minute.
Oh my god!
I love you too, guy. But
I love me more though. That's your problem.
It's like there's no winning against Doc. There's
I
just
use
another
the
button saved.
ECA. I use the Alex. I use some. Oh god damn it!
I know. I feel the same
Akube,
way,
you
right?
fucking son of a bitch!
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Bankrupt him.
You know, this game made me appreciate the double Zeta more.
Nick, what are you talking about? Like the 2DS, 3DS? Like, he's typing something in the chat. I just don't understand what
He
the
said,
question.
I heard someone was upset about the 3DS or 2DS. Yeah, it was upsetting.
He's wondering why you upset though.
Partly because when I set it up, I had to go through the hassle of actually creating a Nintendo ID. That's really why.
It's a pain.
I've done that a while ago.
But don't you have to do that on the PlayStation Network and any
Yeah,
other
but I-
platform?
Yeah, but
It's
it's
already
it's
connected.
much more
Sony's
convoluted
unfailable.
on the Nintendo one. That's
Yeah,
really what it was.
It's more of a hassle because if you got a PS Vita and you already have a PS3, you can carry over the account. With the Nintendo systems, they don't. Well, until I'm not sure if it's recently, but they
Still not.
Yeah, still not.
Damn.
Not. Yeah, I don't know. I don't catch some of that. Yeah.
Well,
but
it's
you
also
can't-
because of the fact. It's also because of the fact it doesn't really have a download list, to say the least. We talked about this before, but it's a whole hullabaloo, and I'm okay with it now. But
As far as
it's-
what kind of download list are you looking for? It technically,
well,
does,
the fact that it doesn't, it's more tied to my account as opposed to my my form.
that's a different argument though.
Yeah,
I
that's
thought you said you downloaded this. So I was wondering.
well, that's what I'm always looking for. I did do it eventually, but I just don't do anything for it right now. I'll play. Eventually, I'll start playing. I start playing Fire Emblem Awakening on it since a friend of mine lent that to me. But
That's the main reason I got a 3DS in the first place.
I will admit I did want the 2DS, the 3DS at the time for that bundle. The only reason I didn't get it is because I had just got a Vita at the time, and I just wasn't in the mood to drop a lot of money on a new platform.
So when Smash Brothers comes out in a few months, man, you gonna get it?
No,
But Sonic's in it, man.
I don't care.
Sonic.
Sonic.
But
Sonic Mega Man.
He's
I'll
got
buy
Mega
Man's
Sonic,
in it.
I'll buy Sonic Boom when it comes out if I
The
can.
year of Sonic Boom.
You'll buy Sonic Boom over Smash Bros?
Goodbye,
Kyle in Smash Bros.
Can you patch in more bandages to Sonic and Smash Brothers?
Yes.
I heard something about the Sonic TV show. Did we talk about that last night? The new one?
Yep. Yeah, we did.
It's coming out at the same time as the game.
Synergy.
What happened last night as well?
We
Oh,
talked about the
nothing, it's
Sonic
just-
TV
we
show,
brought up
and
Sonic Boom.
I guess the consensus is that it's garbage, but I don't know if everybody feels that way.
We didn't feel that way that way. It looks like
I'm liking it. The trailer for the
It looks
show
good.
was funny.
Oh,
And the casting.
It seems like there's, for this group last night, there was a lot more ambivalence than the internet has. Then again, this is the internet.
That's true.
You can say the same thing about the Sonic game that comes out, really.
I watched the YouTubers comment on it, and they were both positive.
Is there really any form of consensus on the internet?
No, not
The age, Bill Carson's awesome.
Oh my god! How do you fucking fight this thing? Fuck you!
Don't let me get close to you.
Come on, Logan, let's go, man. I'm fucking salty as fuck.
Get off, man.
Let's go.
Get off.
Get off
It
me,
doesn't matter how
son.
strong you are, you can't hit.
You're too close. You're too close,
You're
man.
too close, man.
Woo! Jesus!
That's what I use to kill Barge.
Wow,
That's it, man. It's fucking personal.
Are
Uso
you
about
crossed
to.
over now? It's about to be a perfect match. It's about to be a perfect
Nah.
match.
Fuck you! No! No!
Oh, come on.
God damn!
It's over. What happened? It's over. What happened?
I think I just heard someone unleashing the tears of time.
Oh my god, pretty much. And they are mad salty,
You
son.
will hear the tears of time.
You will. Oh my god, is it
Not
3 in
that
the
hard to
morning?
dodge.
Hey, so
Look.
You gotta pay attention to the red arrows on the screen, man.
No doubt.
Follow your mind.
Alright, Stream, I'm gonna run it for 30 more minutes and I'm done. From here on out, you guys give me ideas of what suits to pick. Stream, let me know.
Random.
I'm gonna go random for
Stargazer.
now.
Random 3000.
You know, I do want to try the Stargazer. I've been meaning to do that forever now. So,
You're
but then after
serious,
that, I'm going
though?
random.
Have you tried Epion?
Epion, I tried it. Yeah, we did the four on four
Well,
Epion
that was
fight.
sort of like a joke match. I meant like
It was tried.
I meant like actually learning to play it because I find if I hate a suit, I just play it a bunch and then I know what makes it tick.
That's true. That's not a bad approach to make.
Yeah.
All right, time to get in here. Wow.
For example, you can learn how much ammo everything has.
Oh, who was that?
But
you have to be get up for it to start Shin Saturday.
Yeah, actually, shout outs to the show for mentioning that. For those who don't know, we have a place called we have another streaming page called tinyurl.com/ShinStation. If you head on over there, you can watch our live commentaries of all sorts of stuff, and you can watch our live commentaries on anime, movies, TV shows, and stuff like that. And we have a lot of the stuff archived already. You can go there and check that out. And we also have live shows that we do, including Shin Saturday, which is our Saturday morning cartoon run back, where we take a year from a certain time period for cartoons, and primarily in the 80s, and run back seasons of shows there, as if we were recreating a Saturday morning cartoon lineup from like 1984 or 1986. And tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will have a stream up for 1984, the fall 1984 season of all sorts of different shows that aired during that period. One of the shows is actually called The Mighty Orbots. And some of the cats in this stream actually sat down and watched that show for the first time. And I want to talk about that for a second. So who was in the Shin After Dark stream when that show came on? And never saw it before.
I was one of the ones who saw it for the first time. Well, I saw it for the first time like last week when I was talking to Zeroff at like 5 in the fucking morning. But yeah.
What'd you think of it? How the animation was?
It was actually, it looked really fucking good for the time. I was surprised.
Yeah, there was an interview with one of the writers of the Mighty Orbots actually that said even he was amazed back in the 80s how good that show looked and how much work TMS put into it. TMS actually did God damn it, Logan. TMS actually did a pilot. They did a pilot, not a pilot, but they did an animation test for a Star Wars cartoon that Lucas wanted to have. I guess Lucas was shopping around animation studios, and a bunch of animation studios did pilots and whatnot for a proposed show for Lucasfilm in the 80s. And he said he saw the one that the TMS did, and he said it was incredible. He has it on a VCR tape in his attic somewhere, but I scoured YouTube and it's not on there. But he said he can't understand why Lucas did not pick TMS as their oh my god, why didn't pick TMS as their animation studio in order to animate that Star Wars show?
If I didn't know what year it was because of the the stream name and shit, I would have never been able to guess that was like early 80s.
Yeah,
because that was great looking.
Yeah, it was insane looking. Like it looks a lot like if you watch Lensman or if you watch Bionic 6. Bionic 6 is also animated by TMS, and it's got about the same level of animation, if not better. So oh fuck, I meant to change my suit.
You mentioned Star Wars cartoon. Was this perchance based on that animated short from the Star Wars Holiday Special?
I don't know. It was actually in the early 80s. George Lucas sat down with a bunch of animation studios and I guess proposed them show ideas for them to do.